So welcome to the theory, philosophical, scientific, logical, all kind of parts. I got attracted to yoga by this session, what we are going to cover, because here we are going to see something different perspective of yoga. I'm sure 8 out of 10 teachers do not know or understand in this angle what we are going to see, because everybody says yoga is union. If you ask what is that, they can't even answer what does union means. So we are going to see all those things, take every word whatever is possible and try to analyze how it actually means. So like what we have sent, that's the syllabus we are going to cover in module 1. I request please focus more on module 1, because module 1 forms the basis as far as this session is concerned. Module 2 comes talks about Shatkarma. We are not going to teach anything there. Practice, just about theory, not that important. Then after that, pranayama or other few sessions are important. But if you want to really make a difference, if you are a yoga teacher or seeker, please go through the module 1. Even if you are not attending the live, please go through the recording. Now I'll share the PPT. So these are the essential basics. It is not only for teachers, for seekers also. Because in this session, or the theory part of it, what we have between 7 and 8, we are going to cover the subtler dimensions of yoga. That means that dimension which is there, but we used to miss it right from the definition. Yoke, what is yoke? Yuj. It's all we have heard. We repeat the same thing like parrot, but not understanding what it means. So the philosophical, the subtle dimension, the science or logical part of it, we are covering. So it is not only for teachers, it is for aspiring teachers and seekers, or somebody who don't want to become a teacher, at least to get knowledge, they can go through these sessions. So what is it we are going to cover? First is what is actually yoga is. Its actual definition and purpose. Because the moment somebody asks what is yoga, your answer should make them to join the course or do yoga. If you simply say Jivatma, Paramatma, it's like imagination. I'm not commenting on that definition. It's very good, but that is for evolved people. How to convince somebody who is logical, who is basic, who don't know anything about yoga? You can't talk about Atma, Jivatma, Paramatma and all. So what is yoga? And if you want to understand what is yoga, the first 4 Yoga Sutras of Samadhipada tells it very clearly, where every logical person will accept the definition. Now, you can do one thing. You create 2 personality within you. One personality become like a beginner. You attend this program as a beginner and try to write whatever question comes to your mind. Anyway, we'll be asking in between any question. So that time you can ask question and get the answer from a layman point of view. From a teacher point of view, yes, very well, you can ask any advanced questions also. Now, if you talk yoga, most of the people want to do yoga therapy. Why? If therapy comes, if I cure somebody the back problem, neck problem, some problem, ailment, they will come and appreciate. I'll also be so happy. Everybody gets that happiness, right? You cured somebody's ailment. You're so happy. This is not desirable in yoga, because yoga is not meant for therapy. Show me one text which says yoga is only for therapy. The therapy is only side effects. If you are so mesmerized about the side effects, think about the main effects. The side effects are visible, the main effects are not visible. So yoga is much beyond therapy. We are going to discuss so much deeper into that topic. Then introduction about 2 important texts. If you want to talk about yoga, you should know the outline of Hatha Yoga Pratipika and Raja Yoga. That means the Yoga Sutras. So Yoga Sutras, Patanjali Yoga Sutras and Hatha Yoga Pratipika are the 2 very, very important texts. If you are a teacher or seeker, if you are a teacher especially, you should read these 2. So one already we are conducting, Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Hatha Yoga Pratipika is ready with us. We'll be starting anytime, maybe a month or later. That's again, we have close to 2000 slides, and it also runs 4 months, 5 months, 6 months based on the question asked. So these 2 texts are not easily taught. So people who attended our Yoga Sutra course, they know like how basic we teach, and right from there we'll get to the higher concepts. So these two are very, very important. So this foundation course, we are giving some kind of introduction. So you'll be knowing what is there in Hatha Yoga Pratipika, what is there in Yoga Sutras. Though we are not studying in detail, if somebody asks, you're able to explain or you will understand what is there in these two texts. Then when we talk about Raja Yoga, we also need to talk about other famous yogas. That means what? Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga. Again, these are all like different types of yoga, not the yoga centers. So you have different yoga centers like Ashtanga Yoga, many yoga. So here, this is branch of yoga. So what are the branches talks about? We should know, because these are dimension equally important. And the 5 koshas and 5 bhutas, though all of us know, we will also dive in that little in detail to understand the basics again to koshas and bhutas. Because if we understand these two, then another dimension, it looks like if you go through the body, if you understand how the body function, morning you would have attended the anatomy session. If you understand or just spend some time to understand one cell, how one cell function, every cell function like a human being. So similarly, all these things are created by 5 bhutas. And there are 5 layers in us. All these things will help to understand this creation in a much better way. And the 5 pranas, the Mahapranas and Upapranas will be covering. Then 3 gunas. Now, gunas also, if we see from layman's point of view, it seems to be very simple, but the gunas governs everything. What is the difference between me and a stone? A stone has a different guna, I have a different guna. So what stone has? We will see all those things. And understanding mind, intellect, jnanendriyas, karmendriyas. Now, you want to come to this class today, 8 o'clock, and some people may not able to make it. Suppose there is an important movie or something, some function you need to go, something else. Your mind says, please do this. That means mind will tell you whichever gives pleasure to you. Intellect will say whatever good to you. Good is different, pleasure is different. Whatever gives pleasure may not be good. There is this fight always happens with us. So what is mind? What is intellect? And what are these jnanendriyas, karmendriyas? We are going to touch. These are all very practical things. If you understand these things, you have to teach. Whatever we finish, we always say that people to teach. You learn something, start teaching, because more you teach, more you recollect and tell to someone, you will remember more. Then we are going to talk about Ashtanga Yoga. The first time when I was into postgraduate diploma in yoga and naturopathy, I attended a course from a university. I went there and as usual, people started talking about Ashtanga Yoga in the class and all. Actually, I had a doubt. What is this called Ashtanga Yoga? I came to study yoga. So inside yoga, do you have some 10 different branches? I was not having any idea about it. So we will see what is this Ashtanga Yoga. Then what is the yoga what we follow? All those questions we are going to answer in that. And we are going to see detail of Ashtanga Yoga. Then Purusharthas. This is a very, very important one. This is imbibed in our culture. We follow the Purusharthas. That means the goal of the life. Remember, all of us may have a different goal materialistically. In the world, you may want to become a teacher. I want to become something. Somebody wants to become something else. Earn money, do a business. Whatever you do, all our goals are only towards Purusharthas. You and me may differ in materialistic goal, but the spiritual goal is same. So what are these Purusharthas? Why it is so important? Because in our culture, it is said, it is not a crime to earn money. You can earn money, you can enjoy life. Nobody said no. Can you see any scripture saying you should not earn money, you should get only sannyas and go and do meditation or get into samadhi, into the forest? No. So I'm living a grahastha life, a family life. What should I do? What should I follow? So that we can see in Purusharthas. Then this is a very famous thing, last one, karma samskara vasanas. So suppose somebody in your home doesn't like you doing yoga. What they will say? They tried 100 times, you never listen, you came to the class or you start doing, they'll say, it is all your karma. You are doing like this. Or some suffering comes, we will say, it is my karma. We use this word very loosely, but there is a great deeper meaning into it. What is karma? What is samskara? What is vasana? We are going to discuss. So this forms the basic, but very important essence for a yoga teacher. If you're really thorough with whatever we have this topic mentioned, then definitely you can put those things in the nice words and convince people. It is not only convincing others, it is convince me why I should be in yoga. I'm perfect doing Surya Namaskar, few asanas, I'm energetic, I'm leading a good life. Now, when you are that kind of person, if you know this, then you will dive into deeper dimension to understand what is the truth. So first we'll take about the meaning of the word yoga. So it says the Sanskrit word yoga or yog, because in North they say yog. In South we always add something extra. It was Ram, we say Rama, then Raman. So all we add a or an when it comes. So yoga, it is yog. From the root word yuj, meaning yoke. Harness are joined together. Yoke means you would have seen a wooden support, right? If two bulls are pulling a cart, bullock cart, they will tie with a common wooden plank. That is called yoke. Yoke means to unite. To unite the two bulls. When the two bulls are united, then only it can pull the bullock cart. So it is yoke or to unite. What to unite? There it is uniting two bulls. So here what it unites, we will see. So yoga is commonly understood to mean union. The union referred to is generally understood as a union of Jivatma and Paramatma. So this definition we'll take little later, because this is a higher definition. We'll definitely talk about it. But this is a general definition. If anybody asks, yoke, what is yoke? You say it is a union. It is connecting two things. What are the two things we are going to see? Then some other definitions. It says, Bhagavad Gita says, perform action being steadfast in yoga, abandoning attachment and remaining equanimous in success and failure. Yoga is equanimity of mind. Now, this is a very, very important thing, because we suffer because we don't have this equanimity. Today something happened wonderful, I was so happy. Tomorrow, if it is not happening again, I'll become stressed. Or tomorrow something else happens, opposite to it, I suffer. Now tell me, how many of you like this ups and downs? You'll be feeling one day, oh my God, I should be stable. When you're stable, when you have equanimity in mind, you will see everything in right angle. You will not jump in joy when something good happens. You will not cry something bad happens, because inside you, the good and bad are part of life. You always be smiling. Nothing wrong in being happy. Is it anything wrong being happy? You tell me why something happens today good, you're so happy. Somebody gave you your favorite ice cream today, unexpectedly. You're so happy because that's your favorite ice cream. You can be happy, you can find happiness in life only when you're unhappy. If you're already happy, this new happiness, something cannot make you happy. Equanimity means, it doesn't mean like you are like a wood or a stone not responding. No, it's not that. You enjoy. You show all the emotion which is required for the outside, but inside you are completely stable. Suppose inside you are so happy, will you not enjoy the ice cream? Suppose suddenly you got a lot of money. You're happy. Already suppose you own a lot of things. You got a lot of big property. Something happened just yesterday, you got so much big money. That doesn't mean you will not enjoy your food. Still the food is good, you will enjoy. But if the food is bad, will you suffer? No, you got too much money, right? You are already so happy, and whatever little here and there happens doesn't disturb you. Now I tell you, so you have a toy. If I take a toy from your hand, will you cry? You will not cry. Or if I present you a toy, will you be happy? No, you will not be happy. But the same person, some years before, when you are a kid, when somebody gave you a toy, you are so happy. Somebody took away the toy, you are crying. Now, why it is not happening now? Because now you got so much knowledge. You have become so stable, you will not suffer or you will not jump in joy for a toy. But now we suffer and jump in joy for a real thing. Not a toy car, for a real car. If I want to buy a actual car, I feel so joyful and wonderful that day. But sometime after first week itself, somebody put a scratch. I start crying. Now this is a problem. Why the happiness and suffering is coming? Because we are internally not happy at all. If you find the happiness inside, we will not suffer all these things. Now, don't ask me a question, then you are teaching all these things. Are you happy? No, I am also like you. What's the difference? Little I know about logically, I convince myself I am also traveling on the path. So if I teach, that doesn't mean I am following, right? But the truth, everybody has to listen. The more we listen to the truth, slowly that will start programming. Why we are suffering today? Because of the society. Society has programmed us right from the childhood what you should like, what you should hate, how you should become, what car you should buy, what dress you should wear, who is programming all those things. Everything is programmed by the society. Now, yoga means you take everything in your hands, you do your reprogramming. So, that is what it says, equanimity in mind. First, do not get disturbed. Enjoy, but do not get disturbed. When you have a joy inside, if you are able to generate your own joy, then outside doesn't make any difference to you. And what it says, endowed with wisdom of equanimity, cast off in this life both good and bad deeds. Thus, dedicate yourself to yoga. Skill in action is yoga. So, you should go beyond good and bad. When you say good and bad, initially compared to good and bad, good seems to be better, right? You have to do good. But good is also danger when you come to spiritually, which we'll discuss in detail. How good can be bad after certain extent if you start progressing. What are the misconception? Yoga is a physical exercise. This has come from the West. You know, all these meditation, samadhi, or the yamas, niyamas, all other thing is very subtler thing. Nobody can understand just like that without a guru. But asana, anybody can understand. And one more thing is asana gives a direct benefit. If you have some ailment, start doing asanas for a few days, you will come out of that ailment. Because of this, it has become very famous in the West. And we are also importing from West, because when somebody teaches yoga here, we'll not listen. Now we are giving so much importance because in America they are talking about it. So yoga is not physical exercise. The fact is that yoga is a holistic discipline. It is for life. It is not only for the body. It can be considered as a means of balancing and harmonizing the body, mind, and spirit. What is this harmonizing body, mind, and spirit? We will see that. Now, there are many stories. The moment we come to yoga, we should know at least one story. The moment I say story, it may be history also, because we never had this thing like writing things and keeping, because we don't need it. Even today, people always suggest you should not read any book and do yoga, because whatever is written in the book, you will understand in one way, I will understand a different way. We have to learn from a learned teacher, an expert teacher or a guru. So if you want to understand the origin of yoga, you can see Vishnu and Shiva or many gods related to yoga. So we have taken here Shiva. Okay, you have stories of about Vishnu also about yoga. So don't get attached to Shiva or Vishnu. Everybody is God. Everybody is Brahman, right? Brahman means the formless entity. Shiva, Vishnu, or Brahma, or whatever you call, all these are form, because I cannot visualize a formless entity. Can you visualize a formless God? Impossible. So, when the formless divinity or the formless we call as Brahman, not Brahma. Brahman means that which is everywhere. Simply, you can term as energy, that which is everywhere. Brahma is a four-faced Brahma who creates. That is, he is different. So when we say Brahman, he is a formless entity. You cannot show a form of a Brahman. That formless entity, when takes form, it takes the form of Shiva, Vishnu, and many other forms. So we are only attached to the form, because the Shaivite, Vaishnavite, always they have a difference of opinion. It is only the form you are giving. If one is truly spiritual, he will not get attached to any form. He will go beyond. So here we are taking Shiva. We call Shiva as Adi Yogi. Now, there is a story, um, you know, it is explained by one of the great masters of for our times. And he talks about Adi Yogi who was here 15,000 years ago. Now, somebody may ask, how you have the proof 15,000 years ago? Now, we have discovered Shivalinga throughout the world. You just want to Google and find whichever country you name, we are able to find some proof about having Shivalinga or Shiva temple, something. So by that way, if you go, it can be more, but we don't have proof. Even the Vedas, if you take the Vedas, if you tell me how many years it is old, people say 1500. 2000, 3000, and there are researchers who says it may be 2 lakh years old also. Now somebody says 2 lakh years, not me, by the researchers. Do you have proof? Yes, they have proof. They are giving so and so thing. They are telling only that kind of constellation and the stars can come only every 10,000 years. If every 10,000 years some kind of arrangement of star comes, can you tell me whether it happened 50,000 years before or 60,000 or 70,000? Nobody can say. So here, as per the master's words, it says Adi Yogi. We see Adi Yogi as a first yogi. Adi means first. Now, when Shiva came as Adi Yogi, when we talk, the question comes, when somebody is in human form, you call him as an Adi Yogi. How will you call him as Shiva? So first we should understand what is Shiva. Shiva means that which is not. That which is creation. You can call as Shakti. That which is not is Shiva. That which is not means what? That you cannot perceive. Now I have a white paper. I have put a dot or I've written A. If I show it to you, what will you see? You will say A. If I ask you anything else is there, what you will do? You will say no, nothing else is there. No, the paper is there. Since I have a paper, I can write A, you can see A. A is the creation you are able to see, the emptiness you cannot see. But without a white empty paper, can the A come? It cannot come. So what we call Shiva is that which is not. That means that which you cannot perceive or that which is everywhere. For your easy perception, you can take as emptiness. Emptiness is Shiva. When there is an emptiness, there can be some creation inside, right? Suppose there is no space. Can you create anything? Can the solar system, the galaxies, everything come? Cannot come. First, space has to come and the space has to hold all these things. So you call Shiva as that which is not. That which is creation. That which is, I can call this as earth, Mars, sun, star, you, me, everything. That which is not means this is not Shiva, that is not Shiva, that is not Shiva, that is not Shiva. Then what is Shiva? What is not is Shiva. What is behind all the creation is Shiva. So why we call Shiva as Adi Yogi means he was the first yogi. 15,000 years before, he was sitting and doing some meditation. He was in an absolute meditative or samadhi state. Now, has he told his name is Shiva? He is not told. Why we call him Shiva? Because he was in such a state, he was not moving at all. He was just simply into samadhi for days together, months together. So people start gathering around him. When everybody come, first thing they will get too much surprise. How this person can sit for months together. I'm seeing him for past 1 month. He's sitting. He's not even moving. He's not getting up for food. He's not going for toilet. Now, when the huge crowd gathers, after this slowly people start moving out. They have their own work, right? So same thing happened when the Adi Yogi. Let's say a yogi came. We gave him a name Adi Yogi. We gave him a name Shiva. Why we have given him? We'll see in the end of the story. When he was sitting, everybody gathered. After some time, people started going out. But 7 people stayed. These 7 people are very, very deep seekers. They want to understand how this man can sit like this. When I cannot sit even for 1 hour, how come this man is sitting? So they want to listen to him. And when Adi Yogi opened, these 7 people said, we want to learn from you. We want to come to your state. So you are just simply sitting and you are not, you are beyond everything. Please teach us. Then he simply smiled and he said, you cannot learn. So do this sadhana. He gave one simple sadhana, simple practice. He said, do this, then I will look later. He started again getting into a samadhi state. This 7 people keep on doing their sadhana. Not 1 year, 2 years. Every year they look for Adi Yogi to open his eyes and tell something, but he never opened. 84 years gone. 84 years, these people keep on doing the sadhana. Then one day, Adi Yogi opened. So, on a full moon day, during Dakshinayana. Now, there's 2 things called Uttarayana, Dakshinayana. The first 6 months from January, it's called as Uttarayana. The second 6 months called as Dakshinayana. That's the importance to it. So in Dakshinayana, he opened his eyes and he saw these 7 people like glowing like gold. They are just glowing with so much energy because that one simple sadhana, they keep on doing every day again and again and again. So now this yogi, Adi Yogi, decided they are very sincere seekers. I need to teach them. So he started facing south. From Himalayas, he was in the Himalayas. When he start facing south, then we call as Dakshinamurti. That means who faces south. South means facing entire India, not the South India. From Himalaya, everything is South India. So it is said that at Kanti Sarovar, this Adi Yogi started become a guru, Adi Guru. So we celebrate that particular day as Guru Purnima. He was the first guru who started teaching. So this 7 people, he started giving teaching from simple to complex, and understanding the human body to cosmos to every dimension he started teaching, and beyond whatever physical you can see. So these 7 people are called seven celebrated sages, Sapta Rishis, who were taught the first yoga from the Adi Yogi. So these 7 people gathered all the knowledge. They started serving the Adi Yogi. Then these 7 people were sent in 7 different directions. They say every continent, every country they started going. In that, one person started coming towards south is Agastya Muni. That's why you take in every state, there is a record of Agastya Muni. Especially in south, people say he came here, he came there, and he did tapasya there. There are many points in history it is there. So these Sapta Rishis traveled across the world spreading yoga, because yoga is not for any particular religion. It is about discovering something beyond body and mind. So what is the core message? Why these 7 people got attracted to it is a human being need not be bound by body or mind. Remember, we are the only species who can go beyond body and mind. See, I have a iPhone, or I have a whatever gadget I have in front of me. I have a dog sitting next to me. Is a dog capable of knowing this iPhone, iPad, and all those things? No. But I am capable of knowing. I know I exist, everything exists, the dog also exists. The dog doesn't know this. We know we exist. Dog doesn't know it exists. Simply it goes by programming. Similarly, in ours, see, dogs or all the animals are 99% programmed. We are not programmed at all. God left us unprogrammed. That means why? You can program yourself. You do whatever you want. Whichever way you want, you can go. So a human being can go beyond body and mind. Whatever your current state, you can go beyond it through sincere inner work. You can evolve beyond your present limitation if you do the necessary sadhana upon yourself. So it clearly says you can take your life in your hands. Don't sit like everything is fate. Fate may be true, but how you experience fate is different. I need to undergo an accident. It is a fate. But I can put a helmet, I can go just getting scratch in my hand or leg, I can go without getting actually into an accident. It has to come. That is fate. You cannot change. We will discuss about when time comes also. But if you are willing, you can escape from it. You cannot avoid the situation, but you can go unharmed. So yoga means taking life in your hands. What are the misconceptions about yoga? It's a physical posture, because this is what is taught. When this is taught everywhere, then people say it is yoga. You go to any school, any college, or any institution, you say, I want to teach yoga. What they will say? Only asana. This is how, being Indians, if you don't know what is yoga, and we also think about asana, nothing wrong. Like morning I said, you run your car only in the first gear. If you are so happy, the car is moving, AC is working, and everything is fine inside by moving first gear, what is the purpose of car? You should go in fifth gear. You should go to many places. If you go in first gear, you will go like a walking. Somebody can walk and overtake you. What is the fun? But since you have a beautiful car, when it goes to first gear, people are happy. So if you know only asana, only one gear. We have 8 gears, like Ashtanga Yoga, 8 limbs. So we have to see other 7 gears also. What are other gears? Remember, if you know all the 8 gears, if you know how wonderful the car can be, then that understanding is totally different. So if you want to talk about yoga, then Yoga Sutras are the very, very important scripture to study. The Yoga Sutra, we have 195 or 196 sutras. Only 3 sutras talks about asana. Patanjali Yoga Sutras, nobody can miss. It's a Raja Yoga, because your entire Yoga Sutras talks about mind, talks about life, talks about everything. In that everything, only 3 sutras by asana. Then you know how asanas are very lesser important thing. It is important because it gives health. It is not that important from spiritual point of view. Hatha Yoga. Today this word is very famous. When you say, no, no, are you teaching Hatha Yoga? People say, what is Hatha Yoga? Hatha Yoga means totally you are approaching the divinity through the body. That means you do Shatkarmas. We are going to see that means cleansing, body cleansing techniques. Then you start doing asana, pranayama, all the thing possible. Now, what is the purpose of all these things? Hatha Yoga. The purpose of Hatha Yoga is to reach Raja Yoga. We should understand here two terms. Hatha Yoga means all bodily practices are called Hatha Yoga. Raja Yoga means all the mental practices are called Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga means you have to understand the entire cosmos. So Hatha Yoga are only preparatory process. Whatever you do Hatha Yoga, it is all preparatory process. The objective of Hatha Yoga is to reach Raja Yoga. I am not telling you go and read Hatha Yoga Pratipika. It clearly says whatever asana, pranayama you are doing, these are the preparatory practices for Raja Yoga. The objective or goal is only Raja Yoga. What is Raja Yoga? For example, if I start teaching Vedas, Upanishads, Yoga Sutras, not many understand. If you are able to understand any scriptures, that means you have the inclination towards Raja Yoga. You can do asana pranayama to some extent, but you have to spend more time on the philosophies. See, philosophy is also science. Don't think philosophy is imagination. Those days, philosophies were science. It's actually science. So you can understand a lot of truth by reading the scriptures. So it is called Raja Yoga. Once you understand all the scriptures outside, you start traveling, getting into meditation, then the actual truth you will understand inside. This is the stage of Raja Yoga. If you want to understand something inside in meditation, then your body and mind should follow your words. For that Hatha Yoga. If you do Hatha Yoga, your body and mind will come to your control. After that, you will be very free to understand what is in front of you. So it clearly says Hatha Yoga is preparatory practice. Next thing is yoga. See, when the yoga came 15,000 years before when we talk, there were no religions, right? Except maybe like people in Sanatana Dharma, we say. That means it's a way of life. Everything is God. People, see, when people say like Hinduism or you are a Hindu, we don't have any single belief system. You tell me, how will you define a Hindu? Can anyone try to define who is a Hindu? No, you worship Shiva, you're a Hindu. No, worshipping Vishnu, Hindu. Worshipping Hanuman is Hindu. Rama is Hindu. Krishna is Hindu. If you don't worship anything, still you are a Hindu. You can worship a tree, you are a Hindu. You worship a stone, you are a Hindu. No, nothing is there. Everything is Brahman, formless. You are a Hindu. If you don't worship, if you say, I don't believe in God, still you are a Hindu. Now, can you define Hindu? Hinduism, is all these things all geographical entity. It's all came later. We call it Sanatana Dharma. So there is no religion involved there because whatever is for human well-being, every human being, they can make use of it. So we don't need to get into religion. But religion means you can study there. But if you follow, then it will work for everyone. So it is not religious. So what is the true scope of yoga? So first thing is, it is beyond body, beyond mind. Why we say beyond body, beyond mind? When we ask you, who are you? Can you say it is me? Can you show the body and say, this is me? No. When you say, this is your body, that means you are beyond your body. Right? When you say, this is my car, that means what? You are inside the car or you are away from the car. So when you are away from the car, you can show this car and say, this is my car. That means my, you are somewhere else. When you say, this is my body, where are you? You are inside the body. Mind, when someday you are not in good mood, you say, my mind is not good. When you say my mind, that means you are beyond mind. So you are not the body, you are not the mind. So body you gathered over time. We start eating, gathered this food body. This is called Annamaya Kosha. The food body means it came from food. So it came from food, it is with me, it belongs to me, but it is not me. Like your car, the car belongs to you, but you are not the car. You are beyond the car. Similarly, what is mind? Mind is all stuff you gathered from the society. Right from the childhood, everybody started throwing all kind of trash. I started collecting, putting in my mind. Today, I suddenly call, this is me. No, that is not you. Whatever you have in your mind, is it you created or you gathered? You gathered, right? You came empty. The mind was empty when we came here. When we came empty, everybody want to teach. We have put everything. After that, we started erasing also many things. So mind is gathering of information from the society. So whatever you gathered can be yours, cannot be you. Correct? It can be yours. You own it, but you are beyond that. The real goal of yoga is to achieve inner peace and establishing connection with something inside. Now tell me, something you eat, it get digested. Most of you would have finished dinner. Whatever you finished dinner, you ate it. When it becomes so nasty, you swallowed. After swallowing, are you doing anything? Eating is your job. You start munching, enjoying the taste of it, and you started swallowing. The moment you swallowed the food, who is taking care of the food? No, no, my body is taking care. Who is controlling? My mind is controlling. How your body is controlled by mind? How it knows everything? If you see all those things, there is a connection. There is a huge intelligence in the body. You take every organ, organ has a huge intelligence. Your stomach knows what to do. Your small intestine know what to do. Your liver knows what to do. Kidney knows. Never they interchange the work and get confused. Every organ knows what to do at what perfect time. Everything they know. That means there is enormous intelligence inside us. Never they did wrong. Only if you take a wrong food. Still, when you take a wrong food, all the organs try to utilize that. When it is waste, it rejected. We feel vomiting or lose motion. That means what? Something you have not put the right fuel. If you have put the wrong fuel, your body is capable of rejecting. That much intelligence it has. So ultimately, there is something extra intelligence in our body. You can call that a soul or jivatma, but that is not under our experience. None of us experience the soul, right? Is there anybody? Yes, yesterday I enjoyed my soul. I talked with my soul. No, you cannot do that. The mind itself, for us, body and mind are ultimate. What is that making the body and mind to function is only soul. We call as jivatma. This jiva, atma of this jiva, soul of this jiva. And the purpose is to calm the turbulence in the mind. The real purpose of goal of yoga is calming the mind. And many people say like, yoga is not challenging. If you go to gym, everything is challenging. How many of you attended today's morning Pavana Muktasana set of some 16, 17 postures? Some of you? Now, can you tell me how much time it will take if you start doing? Anybody newly start doing today? How much time it took? Or how much time you take if you do it? Anybody? How much time to do all 16, 17? Can finish 10 minutes? Can finish 10 minutes. If you're so fast, do fast, 10 minutes. It should actually take 40 minutes to 1 hour. The challenge is doing any asana very slow is very challenging. You cannot do slow. Try any asana. All of us know asana, right? Tomorrow morning when you do asana, follow your breath. Follow your breath means according to the speed of your breath, your hand movement should be there. If I want to do Pada Hastasana, the moment I inhale, I should take 6 seconds to inhale. Take 6 seconds to inhale. That 6 seconds you should raise your hand. Now stay there. Then you should take 6 seconds to bend forward and touch your feet or ground. That is exhale. So average is 6 seconds for inhale, 6 seconds for exhale. It's not that easy. Very, very difficult. When you see challenging, doing anything fast is what challenging. That's what society gives recognition. No, doing very slow is very challenging. If you are doing Surya Namaskar, you can do one Surya Namaskar in 1 minute. Right? Most of us capable of doing. You can do 1 hour, 108 Surya Namaskar. Now do one Surya Namaskar for 10 minutes. Can you try tomorrow morning? Who more is doing? You should do one Surya Namaskar for 10 minutes. It is very torturing. You feel like getting into the next step. This is what the madness is. Our mind wants only action. You cannot put break. This is the problem with us also. Now, in sleep, you are so happy. Why? Your mind is not there. Whenever mind is not there, you are so happy. Whenever mind is there, suffering comes. Daytime suffering comes. Nighttime, no suffering. That's why everybody wants to sleep. Somebody is drinking. You think why they are drinking? Already you don't have money. Lot of debts, lot of problem. If he takes drinking, again it's going to give problem. Still, why is drinking? The moment he drinks, he gets to that kind of state where he can ignore all things and he can sleep well. Skipping. If you are not aware, you are so happy. Because in sleep, I'm happy. The problem is when you are awake, when you are alert, how to be happy. When I am awake, my mind is functioning so fast, it is not allowing me to be peaceful, right? It is thinking too many things, too many thinking coming. When I have too many thinking, I always have a problem. So reducing the number of thinking. If you do an asana, like if you do Surya Namaskar, just your mind has to follow the posture. When you do Pavanamuktasana 1, very simple posture, right from the toes to the head, all the joints you are rotating and moving. If you do only this Pavanamuktasana in your life, you don't need to do anything else. Minimum guarantee, you will be living healthy. Very simple practice. Anybody can do. Not like Shirasasana, Sarvangasana, only certain people can do. Pavanamuktasana, any age, anybody can do. You are activating all the joints. Now, when you're doing this, doing slowly, observing, putting the mind here is very, very difficult. So, if you want, please try doing for 40 minutes Pavanamuktasana, one Surya Namaskar. Take at least 3 minutes. Try to do Surya Namaskar for 3 minutes. One Surya Namaskar. That means 12 plus 24 steps. Do take 3, 4 or 5 minutes. You see there's a huge difference. When you do slowly, your mind will compel you to do fast. Don't do slowly. Fast. Why you want to do fast action? Mind is very fast. Body wants to do fast action. When the mind is slow, body also becomes slow. Or it is reverse. Now tell me, how many of you can sit without moving? Your eyeballs also should not move. You have to sit like a statue. How many people can sit for 10 minutes? We are not giving any hard work, right? Have I asked you to lift some 100 kg? No. Just simply sit. You see, so much problem will come for people. Very difficult to sit because my mind is going here and there. Sitting calmly is very difficult. If you ask me to go and do work, I will do work. That's why you see Karma Yoga. If you are a person who is always want to do some action, do action, but selfless action. When you do selfless action, after that your mind will calm down. So ultimately you see the purpose of yoga is calming the mind. Why you have to calm the mind? I am so happy when I calm the mind. Is there anybody here? I am so happy when the mind is active. You cannot point anyone. If your mind is sattvic, you can be happy. But the mind have too much thinking, you cannot be happy. If you have too much thinking, I need to reduce it. If I want to switch off, I need to switch off. If I want to switch on, I need to switch on. Now, yoga is that which helps to control what I have, the mind. So, calming the mind is a very important thing. So, that's a real goal. So, this lacks in challenge means doing fast, they are suffering. You ask whomever is getting into yoga, you ask them to do slowly, that's a very, very challenging thing. Now, what yoga really mean? So, yoga means union. What is this union? See, I have, this is me, every one of us, this person, I have, this is true. Nobody can deny I exist. And this is world. These two are the reality, right? I exist, the world exists. Me and the world. That's what everybody in our experience. When you feel the world as part of you, this is called yoga. When you feel the world or everyone as part of you, that is called yoga. This is called union. Forget about Jivatma, Paramatma. That's later. But now, if we embrace the entire world, that's why we say to yogi, a yogi embraces the entire world. There is no geographical boundary for him. Whichever animate or inanimate, living or non-living, he feels everything as part of himself. So this is called yoga. Now, how to do this? This is not easy. Is it practically possible? It is possible. You can take everyone as part of you. You can be a mother or father to the whole humanity. It is possible. We are not asking you to exercise it outside. If you go and say, I am your mother and start hugging everybody, then everybody will see you differently. No, inside you can feel everybody as part of you, right? You are the mother and father of everything. You can do that. In a way, we are all one. I can give scientific proof for it. Maybe little we go further, we will see. Because from Big Bang Theory, we can connect it to this. So now, there is an illusion. You and me are different. Actually, everybody is one. We'll go understand this later. But if you start understanding everybody as you, everything as you, it is called union, it is called yoga. Now, you have the capability. Can we prove? You have the capability? Yes, I have here. Now, what about your family? If something happens to your family, will you be joyful? You'll say, no, I did not get it. Only this person has got admitted. Only my son, daughter got admitted, or my father, mother, spouse, they got admitted. I am doing my own work. No, right? When they get admitted, you give all your attention, care, everything. You will do your best. Why you are doing your best? They are part of you. You have already included your family as part of you. If something happens to them, you are also worried. If something happens to them, you are also joyful. So already you included them as part of you. Okay, family, I understand I can include, but what about outside? What about friends? If something happened to your close friend, will you be normal? You go and help him, right? So you have included some many people outside your family also as part of you. You call them as friends. So let's say you have some 10, 12 friends and you have some 5, 6 family members. Already you included 15 people. What is the problem if you increase this number of people? You can always include. Always including means it's not like getting worry about all those people's life. No. Whenever you're interacting, whenever you live your life, whomever is in front of you, whomever is there, you can include everybody as part of you. Now, if you include everybody as part of you, will you do anything wrong to anyone? Now, two people are fighting. Why? Two people are fighting because I feel I am different, that person is different. When I have you and me, we always fight. When I have me only everywhere, will I be fighting with anyone? When I say this, people may ask, how about the war? If somebody comes for a war, like India and Pakistan border. See, we are not taking here class about the army or anything. We are taking about going beyond. When we talk about spirituality, let's see in that direction. If you are there, somebody is trying to kill you and come, you just exercise your thing. That is different. But whenever that situation comes, you can do. Do you want to kill a tiger? No. But you want to kill a tiger if a tiger comes to kill you. If I'm walking in the forest, tiger is coming and I have a weapon in my hand. If it tries to kill me, I will also try to kill him. Similarly, when that comes, we will do. But when there is no war, nothing happens. You can include everybody as part of you. When you include everybody as part of you, you will not have any negative emotion, no enmity, nothing. So yoga means that you feel everyone as part of you. If I feel everyone part of you, then somebody will not come and cheat me. Suppose you have two kids. One kid always loves chocolate. Other is a good kid. He will always eat fruits. Now tell me, will you give chocolate to both of them or fruits to both of them? Because the chocolate guy, when you give fruit, he will shout, I want only chocolate. What will you do? You will shout at this guy who is taking chocolate because it's going to spoil his health. And sometimes you want to give some nice beating also. When you beat your child or shout at your child, will that mean like you don't have love towards him? You have love, right? You have love. That's why you are shouting. That's why you are beating, because whatever he's asking, it is not good for his health. Similarly, you can include everybody as part of you. Still, you can do whatever is required in the world. If you want to punish someone, you can punish. If you want to use some harsh words, do it. But it comes from the lips, because whatever is required, I'm doing, but inside I'm loving. That's why they say love is universal. Love is not the way we call that opposite the gender attraction is love. That is not love. Love means it is about you, not about other person. You are overflowing with love. You are just giving in a way of giving mindset. You are ready to include everybody as part of you. But when you do that, whatever is required also you can do. You can be harsh, you can get angry over that person, but that is about other person, not about you. That means you are not angry inside, but outside whatever is required, you will get that. Like a child is misbehaving, what will you do? You show your hand as if you are trying to beat him. Inside you will be smiling, oh, very cute kid. But you have to show your anger outside, then only you can keep the kid quiet. So this is possible. If you include everything as part of you, you call as yoga, it is possible to do this. We'll take one more example. Suppose you are in a crowded bus or train. You're standing there. Okay. You don't find space to stand. That time somebody stepped on your feet and no, you start shouting, who is this? Why you can't you can't you stand a little away? Why you are standing on my leg? Then you saw suddenly he's your close friend, your schoolmate. What will you do? The moment you know that person is your schoolmate, immediately you start smiling. Hey, you are this guy, no? Then you'll say, yes, yes, yes. Then you'll say, sorry, sorry, sorry. No, come, stand, no? You will accommodate him. Remember, when somebody belongs to you, you are so accommodative. You are so wonderful person. You are ready to forget all the nasty things. No anger comes, only love comes out. So it is exclusiveness to all inclusiveness. When you say exclusive, everybody likes, right? When we say this is an exclusive offer for you, the moment they say it is only for me, that means they have removed all the people outside. They say it is only for you. So exclusive means special. That means only for you. If something for me only, that's not yoga. I should be all inclusive. I should accommodate everyone to me. That is part yoga. That's what all the great sages did. What they did, they simply did tapas. They got into meditation or samadhi on the nature, in the mountain or anywhere where they feel, and inside them they included everything as part of them. That's why they don't hate, they don't have any negative things and all. They simply lead their life. We also, it is possible to include everyone, and we can definitely move from exclusiveness to all inclusive type. We can do that. Exclusiveness means living with rigid boundaries. This is me, this is you. I have a boundary. Inclusiveness means I can live. Now, if you go to an ashram or kind of orphanage, in the orphanage you are finding 100 kids. 100 kids you can embrace as a parent, right? You don't need to go on attention, show attention, but 100 people belongs to me. The moment you start feeling 100 people, kids belongs to me, you see your mind becomes so beautiful. You become so loving. But if you start feeling this guy, this kid that doesn't look, no, he's not, that kid is beautiful, you start segregating, then you create all kind of problems. So there is you, there is me, there is a problem. If everything is me, absolutely there is no problem. So this is a natural way of integrating everything together. This is possible if you are willing. So what is the root cause? Okay, sir, all these things are listening fine. What is the root cause of all the problems? Because all of us have suffering. One day or other, we have suffering. What is the root cause? So somebody has a car, okay? A couple has a car, they were driving and enjoying their life. The car is wonderful and the life is going good, everything. And there is other guy who, whenever he takes the car, he used to, crash somewhere, he will make accident. Now, can anyone tell me what is the reason for it? The example we would have spoken in some other class also. Somebody who's attending not heard this. Can you just guess what is the reason when somebody is not making any accident, this guy is making all the accident? Whenever he goes, he is making accident. There may be two important things. One is the car may not be in good condition, and he do not know, or he may not be driving well. He don't know how to drive. If car you have a problem, you will get into accident. If you don't know how to drive a car, definitely you get into accident. The same thing happened to us. All of us get only problems from two entities.
Not only that, sir. If we very much.
Sorry, sir. Please unmute, sir. Silveraj, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. No, if a man is in stress or an highly confused state, lack of concentration, he will do the accident.
Yes.
Not necessarily what you said,
yes.
Two items only.
Yes, that's from mind. So you don't know how to control the mind. That's why stress is coming. That is true. So I can get problems from the body. If I have ailments, then I will get suffering. My mind is not following say I want to be happy today, but my mind is not listening. It is getting into all kind of negative and stressful thing. So these are the two things. If I want to if I control my body and mind, then I can be fantastic. I can lead a very good life. So these are the root causes. Root causes, the body is giving problem, the mind is giving problem. If body and mind don't give any problem, if it is perfect, I will not have any problem. Can you tell me any other suffering which is not from body and mind? All the hospitals we can close if there is no suffering from the body. And the mind, if there is no problem with the mind, that's all. No other suffering. You cannot point any suffering beyond body and mind. Everything is related to mind. No. Something happened to my father, my mother, my grandfather, grandmother. That is also you are connected to your mind. Your mind doesn't have any maturity. That's why you are suffering. So you can connect all the suffering through body and mind. Suppose if you think, no, not body and mind, which I don't want to listen. If I buy a house, all my problem will be solved. Or if I buy a car, my problem will be solved. Or if I get a promotion, if I get into business, earn money, my problem will be solved. No, if I marry the person whom I like, my problem will be solved. Now, many of you has all these things. Are you living in ecstasy? No, still you have a problem. Now, if you ask a question, all these things may come, I can earn, still I may not be fully happy. I cannot live a blissful life. If you understand the truth, then the question will come, what is that which gives me eternal happiness? Right? Because somebody feels I don't have money. If I have money, I'll be happy. Then he will not sit in this class. Better you go and earn money. Then after many years, you come back. Correct? Because whatever money you say, that money many people has. Still the suffering is there. In one of the a few years back, Rajinikanth was telling in a function, he says, I am 10%, I am only 10% happy. Is there anybody here who has more money than Rajinikanth? Like, it is his statement. I'm not giving his statement. He said, I'm only 10% happy. That's why he is going into spiritual dimension, exploring that. Can you earn more than an actor? Can you get more fame than an actor or a celebrity? He has fame, he has money, he has everything. Still, he says, I am only 10% happy. If you are 11% happy, you are richer than Rajinikanth, right? If you are 11% happy, you are richer in life. So we should understand, you can see people with money, fame, power, everything, but in terms of happiness, no, they are not better than other person. You can smoke, you can drink, you can drug yourself, whatever you can do. But remember, all these things will not give permanent happiness. You will lose your efficiency. Your body will not function well, mind will not function well. So if you understand all these things and think, many people are using drug, using drinks, using smoking into lot of habits. They have money, everything. What is this? Nobody is getting happiness, permanent happiness. If you have that question, then you are right here. Then you are the person who need to seek yoga. Now, suffering is caused by mind. Is anybody there to deny it? See, now at present, everybody is in good health, right? Nobody is here ready to get admitted in the hospital, right? As of now, body is fine. Now, the suffering, still, if the body is fine, you don't have any ailment, still you get problem, means it is because of the mind. That the suffering is caused by mind. Now, what is the solution? The solution is master the ways of the mind, or you should know how to control your mind. If you know how to control the mind, if you master the activities of your mind, then you can be joyful. If you want to sleep, there is a sleep button. If you press the sleep button, in computer you can have sleep, switch off all the button. If you don't want, you switch off your computer. Similarly, I can switch off my mind, I can take rest and come back. No, I don't know. I don't know where is the on off switch. I don't know many others. I have many other switch, but I do not know how to operate. So this is caused from the mind. If you know how to control your mind, then life will be wonderful. So mastering the mind. Now, after this course ends, we want to gift you to all of you. Okay. Imagine, sweet imagination, right? No problem. There is a 1 lakh rupee robo vacuum cleaner. We are going to give you. We'll give you only robo vacuum cleaner. We will not give you any manual. And this is a very latest gadget. It's very difficult to operate. Suppose if I give this, initially you're so happy. But after some time, when you open the pack, you start plugging. When you plug it, it start on-off switch is there. After that, you don't know what to do. Suppose you don't know, you don't have the user manual, you don't know how to operate it. Few days you will try this, that, and nothing happen. What will you do after that? You will keep it away. Now there is a beautiful gadget, but you don't know how to use it. The same gadget becomes burden to you, right? When you don't know how to use it, it's useless to me. It happens and it is applicable to every gadget. Now, what is the greatest gadget? In our experience, our mind. We have the greatest gadget, more complicated than any modern gadgets. The question is, where is the user manual? Forget about reading the user manual. We all do not know where the user manual is. If I know the user manual of the mind, I would have studied it, right? Nobody told me where the manual is. First I should find where the manual is. Then I should start reading it. Now, yoga is the user manual. If you get into yoga, every dimension, it's a user manual. It's not about user manual about somebody's mind. It's about my mind. If I get this user manual, if I read it, who will get the answer? You will get the answer. About whom? About you. Why should I know about you? If I know how to control my mind, I live a blissful life. Whatever happens outside may be hell. But if I press the happy button, let the hell happens outside, I can be happy. If your boss shouts, you will be outside very serious, seeing at him. But inside you press the happy button, you will be smiling inside. Now, that's very important. If you get so emotional, so get attached to things, you will bring all the worries, everything inside you. Then you create n number of ailments. First thing is be happy inside, because there is no assurance for tomorrow. Whatever happens yesterday, nobody is going to bring it back. It's not impossible. What you have is present. That's why it is called present, a gift. It's a gift. If you understand this, you will be happy. We are all trying there. First, understanding this is very important. Then we'll move towards it. So this is yoga. Yoga means controlling your mind, not my mind. Controlling your mind. You control your mind in your way, whichever you want. We are not asking you to become spiritual, right? That's left to you. Wherever you are. If you are doing business, you are studying, you are working, if your mind follows your instruction, you will excel in your field, right? You will be number one in your field, but mind is not following. If I know how to control my mind, then I will know how to control everybody's mind. I'll be so successful in the materialistic world also. So you may be a software professional, you may be a teacher, you may be anybody, a scientist or anyone. How good your mind determines how good you are in your business or in your way of work, right? Whichever work you do, how good you are is based on how good your mind is. If you get your mind under your control, even the materialistic world, you can be so successful. So we'll continue this in tomorrow's class. Any questions? There's no deadline for us. So this course we expected 40 to 50 hours. So we'll take little slowly we'll go. Any question? No question. Everything we have seen, it's all simple. It's very good. If everything is, it's simple only. It's other dimension. We have not seen that. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Sir, yeah. Today is my first class. Actually, I want to know what is the timings of this class. Study session would be in the evening, except Tuesday and Friday.
Yes. Otherwise,
And
morning,
in the
morning,
morning,
10:30 morning 10:30 to 11:30 will be asana session. 11:30, 12:30 will be your anatomy session. And evening
okay,
8, 9 will be the theory part.
okay. Except Tuesday and Friday, evening class.
Tuesday and Friday evening will not be there. Tomorrow there is no evening class. I have other session between 8:15 to 9:15, so will not be
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yes. The recordings will be there.
Thank
If any of you miss, we'll be putting the YouTube link
yeah.
also.
Thank you.
Any questions? Somebody don't know, new to yoga, somebody is here? Anybody new to yoga? You're attending here. Anything you are not convinced? No, these are all only in paper, theory. It cannot happen. Please tell your opinion if you are like that kind of person. We'll listen you. We'll see what we can do for it. Yes, Arvind sir. Hariam sir.
I have to get my throat clear. Give me a moment.
No problem.
Okay, let me try again. Sir, this, as you mentioned, that we should be in equanimity. That's the goal of yoga, right? But in the world of duality, the normal world which we live, is very difficult because we will be always hit with something or other, right? So how can we bring this learning of yoga into this practicality of life? Sometimes we need to lie. You also told about how do we control a small child, and we know that we are deliberately doing it for his or her benefit, but then we are sometimes cheated by a lot of other people and so on and so forth. We unconsciously say it's my karma, but how yoga can help us to deal with these kinds of circumstances and take right decisions or right actions during times of adverse situations?
Yes. Everything is difficult. If we practice, everything is easy. If we start practicing from today onwards, are you a football player, sir? Are you a football player, Arvind sir?
No, sir.
No. So you are not a football player. You don't know how to play football. Simply you know how to kick it. So tomorrow onwards, morning 1 hour, evening 1 hour, we have football practice. We are going to, a good coach is going to come, he's going to give training. Now tell me, after 6 months, if I ask you the same question, are you a football player? What will you say? You will say yes. 6 months of practice made you to a much better player, right? Anyway, you will not get opening in a national or other team, but definitely you will become a better player than most of us here. What happened? Today you said you are not a football player. After 6 months, you say, I love playing football. And when we both come and have a football, you will do wonders. You will start kicking here and there. You will start hitting. I'll be just staring at you. How you know? Are you a player? Are you playing football from your childhood onwards? I'll be asking. Simple 6 months of practice will make you a much, much better player than today. Similarly, all these dimensions needs continuous practice, continuous input. Now, how it is possible? How it is possible now, like I said, toys, now you are not crying, small, small things, not what child suffers, you are not suffering. What you did, you gained a lot of knowledge. So you start gaining knowledge, you start looking for solution, you do some practice, everything is involved. You need to study scriptures. You need to do morning asana pranayama session. You need to keep your body healthy. Whatever practices brings well-being to you, you should start doing. If you start doing, slowly whatever you feel seems to be impossible, it will slowly come. It takes time because now nobody is capable of doing. But by putting effort, it is possible. Equanimity of mind, very difficult now when we talk. Now tell me, 10 years before, compared to that today, are you more stable now? 15 years before, 20 years before, are you more
Yes.
stable now or no? Yes. Now, how you work out God stable? If the life passes, by nature, the wisdom comes. You see, all the people who are more than 60, 70 years, when they become grandfather, grandmother, they become so soft. But their same father and mother, when they are so harsh. When they become grandparents, they are so soft to their grandchildren. Now, what happened? The wisdom has come. Life is beyond money, beyond all those things. Then they will tell to their say, hey, don't shout, yaar. This one little kid, don't shout. Be soft, no, soft to kid. Why, when you are a father, that does not come? When you become a grandfather, it comes. Because this is the maturity gives. When you start living, simple living life gives maturity. But when you wait for that, it may take long time. In yoga, we want to take everything in our hands. So if you want to fasten the process, you want to get more knowledge, more maturity, especially spiritual maturity. Spiritual maturity means getting to know more about life. When you get to know more about life, you need to invest more time. When you do that, this maturity will come much faster. You don't need to wait till 80. Maybe another 5, 10 years, you will get all the maturity of an 80-year-old person. When that comes, everything seems to be fine with you. No complaint, nothing. You can include somebody. Everything is possible. It is possible. That's why it is written in the scripture. But how to do it? Yes, we need to put all the thing. To write a simple A, B and earn few thousand, few $1,000 or rupees, we have spent 20 years of education. Pre-KG, LKG, UKG, KG itself 3, 4 years. Schooling, college, PG, UG, PG, then training at a company to earn a little money. To gain this knowledge about me, about the self, about life, about yoga, it will take more time. So we need to wait. There is no other way. Keep going in the right direction. You will get. Simply see 1 year before how I was, now how I am. If you find there is an improvement, good, keep going. That's the only way. Everything is possible. Are we willing to give our life, give our time to it? But even if you give our time, I give you a seed. Now do something. Within 1 year, it should become like a banyan tree. Is it possible? No, it will take its own time. What seed you are, what seed I am, what seed somebody, we do not know. Our job is to nurture it. When you nurture the seed inside us, it will start sprouting. We don't know how. Somebody may be like some kind of tree which will happen. Bamboo. I think bamboo first 5 years, nothing happens. If you put, it is there only. I think they say 6th year, within few weeks, it start becoming more, it gains height than other trees. That within few weeks, because all these years it is putting its roots deeper, 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 so that when it grows, it can stand. Similarly, us, we don't know what kind of seed we are. You start nurturing according to the nature of the seed, I will grow. So we need to do it. Nobody can guarantee within 1 month you will become like this. 1 year, no.
Yes.
Any more question? So fine. So we will meet tomorrow. Again, tomorrow morning, 10:30 classes there. Please do attend. Same Pavana Muktasana will be giving. It's not an easy thing. Don't think like Pavana Muktasana very easy. Seems to be boring. If you have that thing, leave it. Everything is boring. If you don't do what you're going to do. If you're there, if you have time, please come. Please start doing. After the practices, we are going to teach you a course planning, a special subject. You are going to learn 81 asanas, how to keep all the 81 asanas, permutation, combination, prepare different course plan. For that, you need to experience, do this, all the asanas. That would be better. So please make use of it. Okay. Thank you all. Hari Om.
Very nice.